Hello and welcome to this video overview of the Application Toolbar in the Keylabs Annotation platform. In this walkthrough, we'll guide you through the main tools available in the toolbar, explain their functions, and show how they contribute to a faster, more organized annotation process. In the editor workspace, everything starts with two key areas: the Application Toolbar and the File Processing field. The toolbar is your command center, a central place where you'll find all the tools you need to manage annotations, navigate frames, and monitor your progress. The Application Toolbar is divided into three functional segments. Information Panel shows real-time file details and your cursor's coordinates on the image. File Management Tools give you access to editing tools and file operations. Frame Location Buttons help you move between frames. To simplify the interface, toolbar buttons are grouped by their purpose. Informative section, panels, view, edit, file, tools. When you resize or minimize the editor window, toolbar buttons automatically group into drop-down menus, so the interface stays clean and functional. Let's take a closer look at each of these groups. The informative section provides essential data about the current task. Open Files List opens a preview of available files, only visible to users with Project Manager access or higher. Object Counter shows the total number of objects and lets you search by object ID. Coordinates displays the exact position of your mouse on the image. The Panels group offers additional windows and overlays that assist with file review and annotation management. Minimap opens a thumbnail view of the full image, highlights your current editing zone. Here, you can zoom in and out and drag the editing zone frame to reposition the view and quickly navigate to different parts of the file. Comments opens the comment panel with filters for status, frame, object, message, and dates, useful for reviewing and sorting feedback. List of objects opens a collapsible tree list of all objects in the file. To toggle it on from the keyboard, press Ctrl+I. You can also navigate between objects in the list using the Ctrl+ right-left arrow shortcut, making it easy to jump through annotations without using the mouse. Attributes displays file-level attributes or object-specific attributes depending on your selection. Layers. If layers are used in the project, this panel lets you adjust their opacity. Color adjustment. Adjust image brightness, contrast, and color balance. Each slider includes a reset button. The View group controls how visual elements appear in the editor. Change object borders display mode. Toggle between showing all, only visible, or no object borders. Toggle vertices display mode. Show or hide the vertex points of objects. Toggle attributes display mode in editor area. Show or hide object attributes on the image itself. Object coloring mode. Change object colors to either their class color or a random one. Additionally, if objects already have attributes configured with colored options assigned to them, users can distinguish the objects by painting them with the colors of these attribute options. Show/hide object classes. Filter objects on the frame by their class. Select which objects displayed in the editor. Choose to display only the selected object, its full subtree, or all objects. You can also hide all objects by clicking the Hide All Objects button. Toggle crosshair. Switch your cursor to a crosshair for more precise work. You can enable it quickly using the Ctrl+Shift+R hotkey, allowing you to toggle the mode on and off without leaving your workflow. When activated, pressing the Control key will display a box of a specific size, which is configured on the project's configuration page. This box can be used to check if the object meets the minimum size requirements for annotation, ensuring consistency and accuracy in your work. Change grid display configuration. Show, hide the pixel grid, and choose grid size. You can also enter a custom grid size by selecting the Custom option from the drop-down list and typing in your preferred value. To quickly toggle the grid display on or off, use the Ctrl+G hotkey. Toggle image smoothing. Turn pixel smoothing on or off for zoomed image. To quickly toggle image smoothing, use the Ctrl+B hotkey. Zooming is done with the mouse scroll or the Shift+Win plus left-click combo. Press Escape to return to default zoom. To fine-tune your annotation, combine brightness adjustment, crosshair mode, grid overlay, and pixel smoothing. Your toolbar settings persist as you move between files. The Edit group includes tools for annotation input and editing. Add Object opens a list of available object classes. The objects list and its order are determined by the project's class's configuration. Select an object class to begin creating a mask. To quickly create a new object using the first available class, press the N key or press Ctrl+Shift+number corresponding to the object's position in the list order. New Comment opens a comment form with fields for frame and object numbers. The latter is shown only for a selected object. Message, status, and type, available only to users above the worker role. Undo the last action. Revert your last change. Use mouse or the Ctrl+Z combination on the keyboard. Repeat the last undone action. Redo the last change you reverted. Can also be done by pressing Ctrl+Shift+Z. The File group helps you manage annotations and submit files. Save changes on the server. This option saves all changes made to annotations. A red dot indicator will appear on the button if there are unsaved changes. Hovering over the button will display a pop-up with a message, "There are unsaved changes," along with additional hints. To enable auto-saving, click the Preferences button and specify a time interval, for example, 5 minutes. Once confirmed, all changes in the editor will be automatically saved every 5 minutes. To prevent accidental overwriting of annotation data, the editor will alert users if another collaborator has made changes while they are still working on the annotations. For manual saving, use the Ctrl+S hotkey to save your progress immediately. Validate. Run a custom validation script that checks if annotations follow project rules. The validation script is written by the technical team in the project's configuration window. The script defines specific conditions that must be met for the data to pass validation. If any condition is not satisfied, a corresponding message will be displayed upon clicking the check button. When the validation script is correctly configured and all conditions are met, a confirmation notification will appear after pressing the check button, indicating that the data has passed the validation process. Completing work on the file. Use this menu to finish your task with one of the following options. Annotation complete. Marks the file as finished and sends it for verification if needed. Defer for clarification. Sends the file to the clarification stage for further examination by an admin or project manager. Decline. Marks the file as inappropriate for the project and moves it to the declined stage. When selecting any of these options, a pop-up window will appear where you can confirm or cancel the action. If confirmed, you will be automatically transitioned to the next assigned file. Below these options, you can perform the same actions, but with automatic transfer to the My Assignments page instead of opening the next file. For users with manager roles, this menu appears differently. They can directly change the file stage from within the editor. Worker info shows who annotated and verified the file. Also lets managers assign or unassign users. Snapshots opens backup saves of previous annotation states. Export project managers and above. Exports annotation data as archived JSON. The Tools section includes general utility functions. Measure distance opens a ruler to measure pixel distance between points. Useful for tasks with size requirements. Preferences set how frequently the platform autosaves changes. For video files The editor provides frame navigation controls. Hovering over the timeline gives a quick preview of frame number and thumbnail, so you can jump exactly where needed. Frame transition slider. Drag to scrub through frames, or click to jump. Press the space key to play or pause the animation, or use the arrow keys to move frame by frame. Frame counter shows the current frame and total frames. Click to type in a frame number directly. Local frame number displays the frame's number within the current file. Global frame number displays the frame's number across the entire file in case the file has been split into multiple parts. This allows for consistent frame referencing throughout the entire file, even when working with segmented sections. When working with stitched files or split video segments, you'll use the Merge editor. It's very similar to the standard editor, but there are a few important differences. Here, you won't be able to add new objects. You can only leave comments. Undo and redo actions are also disabled. The object counter at the top shows the total number of objects from the original split files. If you click on it, you can type in a specific object number to quickly jump to it. Next to it, you'll see the seam counter, which shows your current seam number and the total number of seams in the file. This counter also includes a stage color indicator. If the connected parts are in different stages, the split will be displayed through a split color mark. Clicking on the seam counter opens a small pop-up where you can enter a seam number and jump directly to it, which is especially helpful when dealing with many seams. To help you move across the file, you have a few more navigation tools. Jump to a seam lets you instantly move to the next connection point between segments. Segment Preview gives you a quick look at different parts of the stitched video. It works like a mini editor where you can jump between the start and end of each video segment. The state of the relationships between objects across segment seams is indicated in the Objects list using the following icons. Object that can be merged indicates mergeable objects on seam boundaries. An object that can be merged indicates hidden mergeable objects. The only difference between these two is the visibility on the seam. If there is a visible object instance on the seam, it will be indicated in the list of objects with this icon. Otherwise, if the object isn't visible on the seam, it will be marked with this icon. You can only merge the objects of the same class. Merged Object displays objects already merged between segments. By clicking this button, you can filter the objects by their current state, making it easier to focus only on those relevant to merging. To manage these relationships manually, merge selected objects across segments, or unjoin previously merged objects. That wraps up our tour of the Application Toolbar in Keylabs. Thanks for watching and see you in the next tutorials.